Hello everybody and welcome to Snapthis, and today we're going to be talking about how you can improve your stories to get more views and engagement. Hello everybody and welcome to the Snapthis channel. Now today's video, like I said in the introduction, is all about how you can get better views and engagement on your Snapchat story. My name is Carl Lightning and I help you guys out in the Snapchat community make the most of the application. And today's video is a bit of fun trying to teach you some ways of keeping your story entertaining and the types of snaps that you can put on it. Now before we get into the main content of today's video, I'd just like to give you a fact and a bit of a history lesson of stories. Originally it wasn't in the application from the beginning. Snapchat was just sending photos and videos to your friends, and the community wanted more. They wanted a button that could send it to all their friends. Now Evan, the CEO of Snapchat, did not want to send to all video, but he did implement stories, which allows you to send to everybody, but the viewing is optional. And that's the origin of the Snapchat story. It's so you can send it to everyone, but it doesn't bug everyone every time you send it. It is optional for that person to view. If you don't know this, there is a limit of how many snaps you can send at once. I've tried to send it to all my friends list before, and I got to the T section before getting a message saying you've hit the limit of messages to send. Now you're probably wondering, what were you sending? I was trying to be like Team Snapchat, sending a festive greeting. It was Halloween, I made a card, I wanted to send it to everybody, but I hit a limit, so I had to do it in 2 batches. Now you can see by the title of this video today, I'm trying to help you out improve the numbers on your story, but there's a few things you need to check or change to make sure that you can push your story out to others, because the default on Snapchat, and Snapchat is built for you to share moments with your friends, but of course stories do go public and you can share them around the world or with people that you don't choose to be friends with on the application. Now I'm going to do some illustrations to help you understand what I'm on about in terms of privacy settings, but the default on Snapchat is friends only, and you can change this in the settings, and the way you do that is go into obviously your profile screen, hit the cog at the top, and about halfway down you'll see a section called Who Can, and the Views My Story section is what I'm on about. Now the 2 options are My Friends or Everybody. There is also a custom setting inside the View My Story section. This just allows you to choose specific people, and this will not help you grow on Snapchat. Now if you have it set to friends, only your friends can view your story. So let's say you have 40 friends on Snapchat, the maximum people that can view your story and share it out are those 40. And even if they do share it with a friend, they get a little message saying that you need to add this person before you can view their story. So you really, to grow on Snapchat, need to change this to public, but if you do this, the little barrier drops, and that means anyone can now view your story and you can't stop using custom or anyone from viewing it, or screenshotting in that case. Now if you set your View My Story to public, this doesn't mean everyone can still message you on Snapchat. If you're back in the settings, you'll see there's a Contact Me section, and if that one is set to public, then yes, they can message you, call you, and even video call you on Snapchat. Now my settings are friends only on the Contact Me section, but I also have my story set to public because I do like to share my moments on Snapchat. Now the reason why I chose the settings that I use is because I like to share the moments on Snapchat, but if I did have my messages open, trust me, it's unmanageable when it comes to finding your own friends on the application, because every time I open the application you have about like 15 messages and most of them are just streaks, so I decided to turn those off. But we'll talk about how you can communicate with fans, friends, and anyone that's not subscribed to you later on in the video. Now don't worry, when you set your profile to public, you still have a bit of control of what you share with your friends and what you share with everybody. When it comes to adding to your story, you get 2 options. You get My Story, and then you get My Story with just the friends. So if you're doing something more personal, or maybe you're doing something about a location where you don't want to reveal where you live, you can just send it to your friends and that won't be shared with everyone on Snapchat. Now that's the setup side of your story done. Once you're set to public, anyone can now view your story, anyone can share your story and they can view it. So now you are open to the world to start posting, and that's what you've got to do, is now start making content. Now the rest of this video is going to be talking about what sort of content you can post to keep your story alive. So what can you post on your Snapchat story? Pretty much anything that you can send to a friend, but you can have this on your story, and stories stay obviously for 24 hours. Now talking about photographs, these ones are like the red snaps, but on your story you can send it as a 10-second snap, an infinite snap. You still have the choice of how long it stays, but with a story, of course, the user can go back as long as it's within that 24-hour period. You can also send a photo with a caption, always good if you're trying to tell a story, and of course you can apply stickers, Bitmoji stickers, and you can also tag people as well using those stickers on photos. Now, if you're lucky to have an iPhone 10 or above, you can actually use 3D snaps. This is inside your toolbar as you're taking a photograph. Drop the menu down, select 3D snap, and once you've taken it, you can move your phone around and your face will move with the phone. You can also apply some awesome lenses / filters on the top of this, and it does make your Snapchat more immersive. Don't overuse this though, because it can get a bit annoying after a while, and that's what the premise of today is use all the techniques I'm going to show you, but don't do... Oh, the artwork just fell off. But don't use them all at once, because of course they do become a bit repetitive. Now, the wall art falling off the wall was not planned. It was more entertaining than I was expecting today's video to be. But if we are talking about entertainment, if you are posting the same thing over and over again, try using these Snapchat lenses. So if you're doing a lot of selfies, use a lens to try and spice up the Snapchat, because the same thing over and over and over again becomes a bit repetitive. There are thousands of lenses made by Snapchat and the community, so you can't run out of content. There are some fantastic lenses that you can find on the carousel. You can use the Create tab to even make your own lens. And of course, you can find us all in the lens creating tab. That's found at the bottom right. Tap into there. You'll have some lenses that the algorithm's recommending, or if you've got a theme that you want to search for, you can search for it and hopefully you find a lens that you like. Moving on to video, you can upload 60 seconds worth of video onto your story. You literally just push and hold like you would filming a video, and once you've done, you can crop it down, you can snip bits out, you can add some text on some, you can mute the video, but you can also send it to your story. It is a 60-second limit, but if you need more, you just start another one again and keep going. And you can send as many videos to your story. Obviously, again, having some audio telling what's going on or having a caption to say what's going on will help the viewer get an understanding of what's going on in your scene. Also, like my last point, you can use Snapchat lenses as a video as well. The Create lens allows you to draw a lens on your face. You can film yourself doing it as a bit of a laugh, or if you can find some lenses that are funny and you can pretend to be a pen or a coffee cup, or even a good old steam train from your childhood if you really wanted to. Now, in November 2018, Snapchat implemented an amazing feature into the Snapchat camera called Snapchat Bounce. And what this does is you film a video and you can change the playback feature to bounce. And what it does is it plays the video and then 3 seconds it goes backwards. So it plays it forward and then backwards, and it just creates this bounce effect. And you can use this instead of taking a photo or filming a video. Maybe you just want to show something off, maybe a bit of a dinner, do a bit of an action with an arm. You can do the bounce to show off what you are doing. Another thing you can share to your story is a bit like a location sharing. If you don't know this, on the Snap Map you can actually push and hold on the map and it will take a screenshot for you. Not only can you send this to friends, but you can put it onto your story. So if you're on holiday having a nice time, you want to show exactly where you are in the world, push and hold, add a caption I guess, and then send it to your story. Just be aware when you're sharing locations, one, your house doesn't get robbed, because if you're sharing it to the public, obviously if any burglars are watching your Snapchat story, they'll go, he's over there. Obviously, they might burgle your house. So just be aware when sharing locations online. And of course, if you're sharing someone else's location, you're sending your house, but your friend lives just around the corner. If you share that onto your story, not only can you see where they live, but so can the rest of your Snapchat friends. And you can also add anything from your camera roll into your Snapchat story, whether that be a DSLR photo, a screenshot, or maybe a drone photo that you've taken with your new drone. You can add that to your story. With this, of course, everyone is notified at the top left that it has not been taken with the Snapchat camera. It does say from your camera roll, but you can add other media from other sources onto your Snapchat story. And this is Android and Apple, so no one gets left out in terms of the camera roll issues. So if you need to, you can upload even videos onto your Snapchat story. Now, in terms of technology that you can use to improve your Snapchat story, the first one I'd like to mention is a Snapchat product themselves. This is called the Snapchat Spectacles, and these are a circle orientation type of video. They are sunglasses, you wear them, you push the button, it records what you are seeing in a circle orientation, and the nice thing about that is you can twist your phone and the video stays inside the frame at all times. And another bit of technology that you can use, and there's other brands available, this is called a Dji Osmo, and what it does is it makes your shots really smooth. I think it's designed for more live streamers, so if they're walking down the street they can hold it and it gives them a better professional shot. But I've used this a couple of times to get some really nice cinematic Snapchat shots. I just find it's a useful piece of equipment to have. They are a bit pricey, same with the spectacles, you will be paying a bit of money, but you do get good quality equipment, and it doesn't really make your story any better, but it is nicer to watch and visually more pleasing for the eyes of the viewers. And one more thing you can try to improve your Snapchats on your story is actually using a clip-on microphone plugged into your phone to get that better audio. I didn't know this until I spoke to my friend Chris, who's a videographer over in America, and he's plugged his microphone into his phone and shown how the audio is improved. It's not something you really need to do, but if you want to up your game and have better quality Snapchats, this is something you could try. And the last thing I'd like to talk about today are third-party applications that are integrated with Snapchat. They're all legal, so you won't get told off for using them. Most of them sign in using Snapchat anyway, which is using the SnapKit technology. But these applications allow you to stick a sticker on your story, and your friends and fans can swipe up and type anonymous messages, votes, give you star ratings, and this is a good way of engaging to your audience if you do have the friends or the contact section switched to friends only. 3 of the good applications that I use personally, one's called YOLO, one's called Let Me Know, and one's called Send It. They all pretty much do the same thing. They allow you to apply a sticker on your story. The reason why this appeals to so many influencers is because it's anonymous and you don't actually have to add the person as a friend to communicate with them. Because if you're an adult, it can seem a bit weird when you're talking to a teenager or even younger, because of course of that barrier of does it look weird to the parents, keeps you out of that messy area. So that's all the techniques I'm going to be teaching you today, all the types of Snapchats and how to set up your Snapchat to become public so you can actually rake in more views. Obviously these are just techniques, there's no hacking or glitching here, it's all traditional growth. So hopefully I've given you the tools and the experience of how to make a good story on Snapchat. And if you are good enough, you may even appear on the Discover page, which can be found on the right hand side of the camera on the Snapchat application. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching Snapthis today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and I hope you find it useful, because I know that a lot of you are asking how to improve on Snapchat. One of the other videos I did that was improving your Snap score really did do well on the channel, and a lot of people are asking how to bring up their stories, so this is why I brought the video today. And it's nice to talk to the Snapchat community with not just my own opinions but some really good advice that you can take on and hopefully become really good Snapchatters in the Snapchat world. If of course you're new around here, you can subscribe to the Snapchat channel, and if you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, then leave us a like, and also let us know in the comment section below what sort of techniques do you use to engage with the audience. Is there applications I've missed? Please let us know, because there is no wrong answers. It is just trying to be cool in the Snapchat community, so I hope this video has helped. And like I said, let us know in the comment section below if there's anything you'd like to feedback on today's video or anything that you would recommend, because the Snapchat community is one big happy place. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.